going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing a Manchester City transfer update. Remember, I'm going to be rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates on YouTube every single day for you guys to keep up to date throughout the summer transfer window from June. So if you haven't already, do subscribe, the go-to channel for City transfer content this summer. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, email also in the description too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, I'm actively looking for a sponsor for them daily City transfer videos throughout the summer. So if that is something that does interest you, and I'm expecting them to be as popular as ever, then do let me know through my email. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Leave a thumbs up, that'd be much appreciated. 100 likes is the aim. And most importantly, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. So let's crack on with this video. Let's start off with the out, and we've got the very latest on Callum Doyle. Now, he's attracting interest from Germany, Eintracht Frankfurt to be precise. They're keen. No mention of whether it's going to be a loan deal or a permanent deal. Just mentions that Pep Guardiola, he likes the 19-year-old centre-back who spent this season out on loan at Coventry City and done very well. He's played 38 games so far for Coventry in the Championship, and they currently sit in a playoff place as well. Pep likes him, he likes how he's been performing, and because of that, now getting linked with a move to Germany and a potential move to the Bundesliga. As I said, no mention of loan or permanent, but if Pep's keen, you'd think this is probably going to be a loan deal rather than a permanent deal. So, realistically, if he's done very well in the Championship, we want him to progress. I mean, there is a chance here that Coventry could be promoted to the Premier League, and if that is the case, then maybe that might be an avenue that if Coventry and Callum and Manchester City are all interested in, he could go down that route. If not, sending him to a Premier League club would get a big tick if he's going to get their minutes. If not, send him abroad, and a move to Frankfurt and playing in the Bundesliga would be a good move. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm more keen on this being a loan deal than a permanent deal. If it is to be a permanent deal, I think sell for a good fee, get a good sell-on fee included, and a cheap buyback clause in case Callum Doyle wants to return back to Manchester City and ends up doing very well wherever he may end up. So I'll keep my eyes and ears open for that one, but very interesting if you do ask me. Now, moving on to the final transfer of the out is an interesting one involving Kyle Walker. Now, Mike McGrath has said that AC Milan, they're holding an interest right now in signing Kyle Walker in the summer. Now, I have heard rumours of Aston Villa also showing some interest in Kyle Walker, and Kyle Walker has, over the last maybe month or so, been struggling to get some game time at Manchester City, with City settling more here for inverted fullbacks and settling more for predominant centre-backs. Kyle Walker has struggled a little bit for game time, and Pep Guardiola's already said Kyle Walker isn't going to be an inverted fullback, and Man City are believed to be looking at what is getting classified as a modern-day fullback, and Kyle Walker seemingly not fitting the bill. And I would not be surprised with Kyle Walker having just 1 year left on his City contract in the summer, of City potentially looking for him to leave so they can get a small fee. So I can see the rumours of AC Milan being interested and Aston Villa being interested, because the fee with Kyle Walker now into his 30s, getting no younger, and potentially losing his pace in the next year or two, I can see Manchester City wanting to perhaps cash in. And to me, Kyle Walker does leave a weird sad day, because he's been a fantastic servant for Manchester City. He's been one of the best fullbacks that we've had, but his time at Manchester City could well be coming to an end, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Now, moving on to the ins, speaking of fullbacks, got the very latest on Aaron Hickey, a new name for the summer, but not a new name to the JSGC channel. Now, Alan Nixon says that Manchester City, they're interested in signing Brentford left-back Aaron Hickey. It's not the first time that he's been linked with Manchester City. He did used to play for Hearts, but whilst he was playing for Bologna over in Italy, he was getting linked with a move to Manchester City then, before he ended up settling on a move to Brentford instead. City already scouted him, were already keen. We know Pep Guardiola's keen as well, and the Scottish fullback who turns 21 in June is apparently this modern day fullback that Man City are believed to be having a look at. Now, City are a little bit concerned when it comes to these fullbacks and prices. We already know that City have got some kind of interest in Antonee Robinson, the United States international over at Fulham. Fulham believed to be asking for a lot of money. Man City weren't keen on paying that, so City have distanced themselves away from that transfer, and Aaron Hickey over at Brentford instead, another club based in West London, is a player that Manchester City are having a look at. So two fullbacks fullbacks both play on the left-hand side. Aaron Hickey and Antonee Robinson are two players of interest to Manchester City. And as I said, City looking at this modern-day fullback could mean the end, potentially, not only of Kyle Walker, but João Cancelo at Manchester City as well. And yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. Now, moving on to the final transfer that I want to speak about. It's a very interesting one, and it's that of Mateo Kovacic over at Chelsea. Now, if you've been paying attention to Twitter, I retweeted a couple of sources, and it was from TVN1 Sarajevo over in Bosnia and Herzegovina. They're saying that Kovacic's agent is currently in London holding first-round talks with Manchester City over a potential move for the central midfielder in the summer, with Manchester City believed to be planning a £30 million swoop for the player. Now, he turns 29 in May, so that's the first thing that underwhelms me with this transfer. The next is just where will and how will he fit into our squad? Are we looking here at a Bernardo Silva, at a Gundogan, at a Kalvin Phillips replacement, or are we just looking at depth with nobody actually needing to leave Manchester City? Now, if we're looking at the latter, £30 million, Kovacic, not too bothered about his age. If he's just that for a squad player, for depth for Manchester City's midfield, gets a thumbs up from me, because we're at a position right now where we've got Kalvin Phillips and Rodri that can cover a defensive midfield. Gundogan can help cover that as well, but his contract expires in the summer. We've got Bernardo Silva, we've got Kevin De Bruyne, and then you're looking at other players coming into midfield, needing to adapt, and we've got some young players. So to me, there is a little bit of leeway when it comes to our squad and potentially making our squad a little bit bigger. But we've already heard Pep Guardiola say he's not keen on making the squad any bigger. He likes the size of the squad, so I imagine if Man City are adding in players, it'll take players to leave. And so to me, Bernardo Silva leaves, Kovacic in, that underwhelms me. Gundogan out for free and Kovacic in for £30 million. Is Kovacic a step up on Gundogan? Not for me. So it's all about what does he bring to the squad. I think Kovacic is a good player. City have been linked in the past. I can see this rumour being true, but it has been stressed that talks are at a very, very early stage. And as I said before, this is first round talks. Talks can last several rounds, but this is the first real solid rumour that we've got of Man City sitting down and trying to make a transfer happen. We've not even got this far with Jude Bellingham. It's all just been agreements and verbals, not actually sitting down, talking with numbers, number crunching to try and make a transfer happen. So to me, this is suggesting potential movement of Gundogan leaving for free, and potentially City adding a little bit more depth with a Premier League proven player with Kovacic. As I said, City struggling to get Gundogan on a new contract, willing to offer him a 12-month extension. He wants 2 years. He's got an offer from Barcelona for 2 years with an option of a third. If it was me, I'd give Gundogan a 24-month contract with a potential option of an extra year, rather than letting him leave to spend £30 million for the sake of it to bring Kovacic in. I think Gundogan's better than Kovacic. That's my honest opinion right now. If pound for pound I want one or the other in my squad, I'd rather have Gundogan, City's captain, a player that's used to Manchester City, he's used to Pep Guardiola, he's used to the coaching staff, and quite frankly, Gundogan done nothing wrong. If it was up to me, Gundogan would be staying, but I'm not in charge of the transfers. I'm just here to have a look at what's happening and speak about these transfers and report it to you guys. So they're my thoughts. Would love to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. Don't forget, if you are new around here, subscribe. We're going to be doing daily Manchester City transfer updates in June every single day to keep you guys up to date throughout all the summer transfer window with all the latest deals for ins, outs, contract news for Manchester City. So make sure you've subscribed if you haven't already. As I said, the go-to channel for Manchester City transfer content this summer. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It's free. Press that red button. Also, don't forget as well, social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget TikTok link in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. And finally, do let me know your thoughts on what you make of these transfers. The fullback situation in these modern fullbacks. Antonee Robinson replacing Kyle Walker or Aaron Hickey. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. And also, Kovacic, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next Manchester City video, because we'll be back for a big preview. It's the big one, Premier League game. Massive clash at the top of the table. Potential Premier League decider. City taking on Arsenal. We'll have all the build-up to that from tomorrow. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.